So today we're going to be upcycling aluminum and plastic. Going to be making garden gnomes. The history of garden gnomes have a lot of different mythologies, stories. So when you're looking up the history of gnomes, of garden gnomes, it's not as easy as it sounds. For instance, trying to find one particular date and time when they started is almost impossible. So I'm going to skip past the 1800s and come right into the 1900s, where we will find Walt Disney and the first financially successful animated movie, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. After the success of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the popularity of garden gnomes went through the roof. And a lot of the gnomes sometimes favored the dwarfs' characters for a little while. Here, by upcycling these aluminum cans, I feel like I'm contributing something back to our planet. She doesn't get enough care. And we don't want to get it confused. Gnomes are not elves, they're not dwarves, and they're not trolls. They're their own species. But gnomes do have kinship to the little people, the leprechauns, and others from the early fables. Now, believe it or not, this was my very first time working with these materials and trying to make garden gnomes. So if I could do it, you can do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Now don't forget, if you have any ideas or comments that you'd like to share, please put them down below and we'll get back to you. We really do appreciate your comments. And your ideas are on the one. As a matter of fact, it was one of our new subscribers that gave me an idea to do the garden gnomes. And so we're going to do a couple of weeks, maybe a full month of yard and gnomes. And mushroom houses, and We're gonna do all kind of things. We're gonna be recycling, upcycling, and if you haven't yet, please hit like or subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel, and we really do appreciate you. And we're going to try to bring you something new every week. Now, unfortunately, doing the gnomes with the aluminum cans, plastic bottles, their weight is very light. So if you like it to be a little heavier, you could put sand in the can before you get started, and that would add some weight. Yeah, and I really didn't think about that until after this project had already begun. Here I'm gonna make it look like he took a bite out of this chestnut there at a gnome barbecue. I know you heard of the chestnuts roasting on an open fire, etc., etc. Oh, wait a minute, that might be at the wrong time of year. Moving on. I know clay function, dysfunction, usually do different kind of sculptures, figures with clay, and this is something a little different. And it's exciting. Going to see what we can create, and I'm glad you're here with us. This is looking pretty nice, and I'm just going to use a little crazy glue here to keep the cap on. I used the crazy glue on the arms and the feet, just so that these things won't fall off in the baking process. Alright, here we have gnome number 2. The can is slightly taller, so it's going to be just a little bit bigger than the first gnome. And let me see how that goes. This gnome I was able to get out to make a little bit quicker than the first gnome because I guess I knew what I was doing, sort of. You know, I never really paid attention to gnomes before, but I have heard some stories of gnomes in the front yard and moving by themselves and scaring off other creatures. I guess they're supposed to be for good luck or something like that. I don't know all the mythology behind them. There's so many of them. Now, if you're sitting back enjoying the contents that we're bringing you, please hit like or subscribe. It really means a lot to us. We're trying to grow our channel so that we can bring you more. Alrighty, and here we're all done. 2 garden gnomes made from aluminum cans and plastic water bottles from Dysfunction with Ricky D.